Hey, welcome back to Pocket Coaching. I'm Penny. This is Katie. We are Pet and Parent Longevity. We're here to help get you unstuck in the big dream of living longer, younger together. So here's the thing. When you're trying to achieve that longer life, that healthier period of like living together, feeling amazing and not being encumbered by diseases, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of articles, voices, podcasts, new books. I mean, longevity is really a buzzword right now, and that it can be like, help, I'm drowning, because not only is there a lot of information to take in, process, make sense of, but then half the time it's conflicting, or you hear one thing being emphasized and another thing being downgraded, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And then sometimes it gets really science heavy as well. And so if you're not accustomed to, oh yeah, I can read a scientific paper just before bed, no problem, right? Then it can be, ugh. So the solution to that, I think, because I mean, is that you? Like that was definitely me when I was trying to learn new things, and the noise is horrific, and it's like, what do I do? If that's you, I would strongly recommend you to do what I did and find a voice in that buzz who connects with you, who you feel a heart connection with, who you think, oh, actually, I like the way they're saying it. I don't know if they're the best one, but I like the way they're saying that. It feels like they're talking to me. They understand me. We're a similar sort of person. That is your trusted voice to lead you through the fog. It's like the lighthouse at sea, follow that one light and it'll guide you to safety. Katie, what would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's two parts to this, and I can absolutely relate both for my own health journey and for my pets too. Just there's so much information. What's relevant for me? What's the truth? And not only is it having that trusted person to sort of distill it down and explain. I mean, I think that's really important, right? Can explain it to you.
Breaking it down sometimes.
Yeah.
And keep passing it out a bit.
Exactly. And so parsing it out and then helping you actually do it, right? Like the coaching aspect. And then I think that the second part to it is also having a framework that you can build on, because when there is so much information, it all kind of feels muddy together. Yeah. Versus when you have a framework and you can think about it, okay, so you can build on it, right? And we know this from that's how we learn. The psychology of learning is you have a framework and then you start building and building and building on it. And it allows you to take a breath, to understand it, to not feel overwhelmed, and to actually implement it.
Yeah, if I think back to the best teachers that I had, or the guides that I've chosen when I needed a guidance pathway to get an end result. Like I had an objective in mind. I want to graduate with flying colors, or I want to understand this thing, or I'm learning regenerative medicine. Like, who's the best teacher for me? So it's finding that right person, but then really, yeah, I think connecting with the framework that they've got, knowing that they'll take me at my own pace, step by step. Then it starts to make sense. And after a period of time, you can sort of cut the apron strings to some extent and go, okay, I've got enough of a comprehension of the guiding principles here. Now I can start to resolve that on my own. And if I need to, I can sort of put my hand up and say, hey, I have a question here. So the framework is essential, because if you're constantly needing to be handheld all the way through, then you never get to a place of sort of graduation where you're equipped to deal with it on your own, and equipped to deal with, like, well, it looks almost like that, but is it that? I don't know. But when you have a framework that gives you the foundation, then you can start to deviate from the specificities that you've already heard, because the principle is going to guide you.
Yeah, exactly. So to bring this, to make it more concrete, our framework that we're talking about, pet and parent longevity, we have our 7 longevity pillars. So these are the aspects, if you will, that you can control, that you have really direct influence over, that helps to extend not only lifespan, but health span, right? The number of healthy, vitality filled years that you have. So we have nutrition, we have movement, we have sleep and hormones, detoxification, microbiome, natural environment, and mental health. And so when you know that these are the 7 things that I need to be focusing on, then you can identify which ones are working, which ones aren't for me. And then now you know, okay, these are the areas that I need to focus on. You have a framework versus just sitting in the overwhelm of all the information. And is this relevant for me? Do I need to focus on that? Does this matter? No, it's a roadmap to get you there. And then you can piece all the information that you learn from that trusted guide or mentor into it and apply it for yourself.
And by choosing the right guide, whether that's us, like that doesn't have to be us. We're here for you if you choose that, if you like us and the way that we connect with you. But it doesn't have to be us. But once you've chosen your guide, it's a case of putting your blinkers on a little bit and getting super focused on them so you're not distracted by that. Once you've chosen them, you've chosen them. So go with them, trust them, because if you've chosen well, they are going to be the right guide for you. They are going to lead you to those solutions, those answers that you're looking for. It is going to cut through the babble and the swirling of just like, holy moly, where do I even begin, right? And so blinkers on, trust them like a child would trust their parents or something like that, and just go with that until you reach the conclusion. Because if they are the right guide, they're going to take you to the conclusion. They're going to get you to the place that you're trying to get, which is, now I'm completely immune protected and my energy is through the roof. Now my pet, I know I've bought them an extra 10 years because I've put into place all the things that science says is going to give them that period of time. So we're not guessing or hoping. We're really putting a lot of faith into the process, the framework, and the person. So if you can't cope with the swirl, if the science bamboozles you, find the person who has the keys to the kingdom. We think we've got amazing keys to our kingdom. We think, not just think, but we've got client testimonials, feedback from people, it's not just made out of thin air, right? But it might not be for you. So pick someone who is. If it's us, welcome. Like, we're here for you. We've got your back and we'll take you as far as you want to go.
And if we are those people for you, then you definitely want to check out our latest announcement, which is this incredible course that we are launching in the next couple weeks. It has not officially opened yet for signups, but we do have a wait list that we shared with you on Monday. So we're going to share the link to join that wait list. You will be the first to hear all of the details coming up so that you can continue to build on that framework, continue to set the foundation, filter through the noise, and really work towards living younger, longer together.
Just don't do it alone. Don't get lost in the woods or lost at sea, whatever analogy makes sense to you, because then you don't get the result. Pick what's right for you, and we'll hopefully be there for you.